Okay, so Chris, so you do outbound calls for 7 level because you do a little bit of triaging.
Yeah, I do triaging outbound.
But mainly just booking appointments.
Yeah.
So you're like really brand new.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so you're really, really brand new. He's really, okay, so everybody, he's really, really brand new. He mainly sets appointments for 7th level. That's what he does 95% of the time, okay? So now Marco, I think, is having, tell us what Marco's having you do now.
Yeah, so I'm doing a lot more outbound, and I'm looking to improve that, and slowly I'm going to start converting to more lower ticket deals.
Okay.
Like NEPQ 2.0.
Okay.
Like stuff like that.
So you're doing outbound to who?
I'm calling strategy no-shows, triage no-shows, and some portal, like some trainings that people opt into in the sales group.
Okay, so let's put that down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say that you're going to call, just to be more specific, let's say you're going to call somebody that booked in with one of our account managers.
Yeah.
Let's say he was going to book in with Bill Walsh, and Roe just didn't show.
Yeah.
He just didn't show up.
Good
Okay.
morning.
So what do we always do at the end of our DMs? Why don't you tell everybody what we do at the end of our DMs to make sure that the salesperson almost feels embarrassed not to show up?
Yes, so we typically take them through the process, and we're like, should we let you schedule a call to see if we can help? They say yes. We say,
why do we say should we?
should we? Because it's kind of like asking, like, it's kind of like we're giving them permission. Like, should we let you? Do you think? Like,
Why do we say should we let you with salespeople? Because they're a little bit different than, let's say, maybe a CEO of a company or even somebody that's in a, well, you could even use this on BizUp. But why do we say should we let you? Now, you don't want to say that on the call, but in DMs, why do we say that?
The reason why we say that is because we want to make it feel like the call is like it's important, and should we let you? And the closer is obviously times valuable. So we think should you?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. That's
so we
doing them a favor.
we want them to feel like we're doing them a favor by allowing them to book with us to gain the knowledge that we have that they don't. And they know that because in our Facebook group they see hundreds of testimonials every week, every month.
Yep.
They see a lot of social proof. And so we want to get them prepared by the time they're on the sales call that they're like already halfway there. Like they're emotionally already halfway there where we've already got them like these guys have something good. I don't know what it costs. I don't know what it is for sure, but like I want what they have. But we have to set that up right in the DMs. Yeah. If we're just like, hey, just book a call and what's the worst case scenario? If you don't want to, you don't have to. Yeah. That doesn't do anything because most of the time those people are not going to what? Show up because there's no reason psychologically or emotionally for them to want to show up. Yeah. Right? If the DM person's in there like, well, just show up. I mean, what do you got to lose? Like if you don't have to buy. I've seen that with people do the DMs. That crushes the salesperson taking the call because you're not setting any expectations. Now you're not setting expectation like you have to buy. You're just saying, so should we let you book with one of our team members to go through the details to see if we can help you? So we're still kind of neutral there. But we're making them feel like it's like Erica said, a favor that we're allowing them to book with us. Yeah. Okay, now, you don't have that luxury on an outbound call necessarily. Right. Now, since they would have saw that at the end of the DM, you still have that in the back of their mind.
I think you're missing one part though.
Okay, what am I missing?
After they book, they say, we're like, okay, like who'd you book with? Oh, I booked with Ace. Okay, Ace will take good care of you. Now, if you don't show up.
Oh, you got to tell them what we threw in there sometimes.
Yeah, so, wait, what do you mean?
Remember when we would be like, hey, make sure when you get on with Ace, you compliment his hair. Yeah. He's really particular about his hair.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like that's literally like half of our bookings. We just compliment their hair. Like that's it. Like it's depending on the prospect, right? Or if they're outgoing and they're chill, they usually just laugh about it. But if you say like Ace will take good care of you, now if you don't show up though, the team might have to feed you to the wolves.
Kick you to the curb, or throw you out in the cold. Smiley face, Muhammad. So the reason why we do that is because we want them to feel like if you don't show up, Now we don't threaten them. We're like, if you don't show up, Jeremy's going to kick you out of the Facebook group because that's like threatening. That's
we did that at one point, but that was bad.
Somebody did that, and I looked at it and I'm like, never say that because if you say now if you don't show up, Jeremy's going to kick you out of the Facebook group. In most people's mind, what do you think that would mean in their mind? Yeah, hey, if I don't buy, you're going to kick me out? Like, what the hell? I thought this was a free group. But if I say it in a sarcastic mode, and I say, now, if you don't show up, the team might have to kick you out to the curb, smiley face, that triggers what? Humor, sarcasm, right? But it also triggers them to, in their mind, like, shit, if I don't. So, because when you say that, or when you guys say that, what do they typically come back and say?
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna show up. Yeah, man, like no worries. They rarely give you any resistance after that. Like,
Yeah.
barely.
Yeah, it triggers them to be like, oh, I would never do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to show up. So that, when we instituted that increased people showing up big time.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, Outbound, though, it's a little bit different. So this person, for some reason, didn't show up, even after all that.
Yeah.
So how are those prospects typically? Because you
So-
just started calling them, I think, right?
Yeah, so typically, I mean, in my case, they are pretty open about it,
Okay.
and I don't really get too many people like, fuck off, hang up, whatever, for
Right,
example. But yeah, like most people, they are pretty upfront. They're like, yeah, I had a meeting, something like this happened, and then, yeah, I mean, like most of
Do
the
they?
time, like they're not like they don't show that much like resistance towards it,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. Well, let's see what you say, because with those people, we can probably throw in some humor, like, you know, Jeremy's going to slap you around or something like that, or like, geez, we're going to slap you around, dude. What's going on? You can do that with salespeople, especially. It's just the way it is. Okay, so let's have you call Rode, and Rode, you're just answering the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know him.
Perfect.
You had an appointment. Now, do you typically call the day they missed, the day after?
There's a pretty big list. So I just call the list.
Okay, here's what I would start doing. I would start calling the people who missed that day first, because that's going to be way better than somebody missed 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
So is there a way that you can get the list of people who missed that day or the day before?
So we have a Slack channel. Every time someone no-shows, we post it in the chat. Then I usually dial them the next day.
Okay, that's a lesson to everybody. If you're calling like outbound leads for people who missed, that didn't show up or whatever, you always want to call the people who it just happened over somebody who didn't show up a month ago, right? It's far more productive of your time, okay? So just take that as a lesson. All right, so Rode, just be, don't be, no T-ball game, okay? But you don't have to be too mean, but just be just like a normal, regular person would.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead.
Ring ring.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey. Is this Rode?
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah. Hey, Rode. This is just Chris with Jeremy Miner's team.
Oh, okay, what's up?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm just trying to stay out of trouble over here, man. Just trying. And yeah, look, the reason for the call today is because I noticed you had a previous appointment scheduled with one of my colleagues. Looks like a few days ago, about possibly wanting to learn how to sell more of your product or service.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it looks like there was some miscommunication with the time, and it looks like you weren't able to show up.
Yeah, got a little busy,
Okay.
closing deals. You know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. And then I guess it's learning how to sell more of your product or service. Is that something that's a top priority for you, Rode?
Oh, yeah, I'm always looking to learn, yeah.
Okay. And I guess, do you mind me asking, like, what are you currently specializing in?
Right now I'm selling solar.
Okay. How long have you been in the solar space for?
Oh, I've been
Okay, stop, because I want to stay in connecting. Okay, constructive feedback panel, what did Chris do well? Yeah, nice and relaxed. Luke?
He started like really going into situational too, like, oh, like what are you selling at the moment? Just continue the conversation.
Yeah, so it flowed, right? He wasn't like, okay, and I'm curious, what do you sell now? Okay, good.
Just pauses and curiosity on point too.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Good. What else? Okay, what can he improve on, if anything? Luke? Before Ace, Luke.
I'm not like 100%, but like usually how I like start outbound on these stuff is like, hey, it sounds like like you missed your appointment or XYZ. Have you found what you're looking for, or are you still looking? Like that's typically like kind of the first question.
And what do they typically do to that?
Be like, oh, like I'm still looking like right now, and then from there I kind of transition, and I don't know if that would be a better way to start or how to.
Yeah, I would be careful about saying is like wanting to sound more a top priority for you, because it's kind of a I want to say it's not too cheesy, but it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
It's like on a scale of 1 to 10 cheesy, it's like in the middle, but you don't want to be in the middle, okay? So because most people are gonna be like, well, yeah, I want to sell more.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's how I felt when I was.
yeah,
so-
you could tell by his tone he's kind of like short with you a little bit there.
Yeah, I've heard a few different variations, and I've noticed too. Whenever you ask if it's top priority, like what if something's actually going on in their life, and they're like, no, I have other stuff going on.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm gonna do it later.
Yeah, like you're really asking a question, and like you're really looking at one answer, so you're looking to ask a more open-ended question, I guess.
Yeah.
In particular.
So yeah, this is just Chris with Jeremy Miner's team. Looks like you had booked on one of our account team's calendar, Bill Walsh, the other day about possibly learning, how to sell more of your products and services. But Bill asked me to call because he said that you didn't show up.
Okay.
Have you found what you're looking for, or are you still looking to learn how to sell more?
Yeah.
Are you still looking on how to sell more? You can improvise there. That's what I would do there. Go ahead. Yes. Oh, let's go with Ace first because Ace had something.
Yeah, you actually just hit it on the head. Changed the opener. I didn't like the reason for the call thing. It reminds me a lot of
Yeah. Stay away from the reason for my call because that's how most salespeople are taught how to call. So I'm going to come back over to you after him. So most salespeople are taught to say the reason why I'm calling is. So even though we're different than that, they're just going to associate that. It's like a trigger word. It's like when you walk in to buy some jeans, like Rhodes jeans, like ripped, and his wife was like, "We got a date tonight." And he's like, "I don't have any jeans, man. I'm in the market for jeans." And he walks into Nordstrom's to buy some jeans, and they said, "How can we help you today, sir?" "Oh, just looking." Even though he needs jeans. See, it's a knee-jerk question that everybody's accustomed to, and he gives a knee-jerk reaction. The same is with words like that, where you say, like, the reason why I'm calling you today is it just instantly, like with a lot of people, especially if they field a lot of sales calls, it triggers that.
So it would be better to say, like, looks like you have a call schedule with Bill.
Be very specific. Yeah, so it looks like you had booked on the calendar with one of our account managers. Say that. Account managers, Bill Walsh, about looking how to possibly sell more of your products and services. Bill asked me to reach out to you because he said you didn't show up yesterday.
Or like maybe you didn't receive your call.
No, just say you didn't show up.
Yeah. Okay.
No, especially with salespeople, because remember, we're already setting them up from the DMs. They already are like, "Oh shit, yeah, why did I do that?"
Right.
So with that type of demographic, you can do that. Now, if they're a CEO of a corporation, a Fortune 1000, you can't say, "Looks like you didn't show up, dude." But with just a regular salesperson, and Bill said you didn't actually show up, what are we going to do with you? Yeah, you didn't show up for the call. Like, what the heck happened? I'm dead serious because we've already set them up in the DMs. When we say, now, if you don't show up, the team might have to kick in curve, like, that's in the back of their mind.
So I should get, like, an actual reason behind why they didn't show up. Or, like, whatever, some sort of, like, bullshit. And then, okay. And then, okay, makes sense, yeah.
So all you got to do is, but Bill said you didn't actually show up to the call. What the heck happened, man? Jeremy's going to smack you around over there. I mean, you can just say things like that because we set them up so good in the DMs. Now, in other industries, we wouldn't be able to get away with that. With this, we can't because they'll be like, "Oh, dude, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I got busy. I got on a sales call, blah, blah, blah." Or are you still looking on how to sell more, or what are you looking for? Okay. Okay. What do you do for now? Like for a living? Like, what do you sell now? And you can take them through a few questions. Just say, now, should we have you rebook with Bill to go over the details on how we can help you, or what do you want us to do?
Yeah. So typically, like, what I do with that is, okay, Jeremy, I know I probably caught you at a bad time there. I'm about to hop into a meeting myself.
Don't say that.
No?
No.
No? It's not a good idea?
Because we are doing them a favor.
Okay, yeah.
And when you say, "I know I caught you at a bad time," blah, blah, you immediately go from here down to here.
This is really good. Okay, I appreciate that. Yes,
See what I did?
Yes, really good.
Will?
Yeah, even when you said fake.
Like if they didn't miss the call, probably a little bit more professional. Like, now, have you found what you're looking for, or are you still looking for your team to possibly get trained?
Yeah.
Probably more professional. I wouldn't like slap them around.
Yeah, usually it's over email as well. Typically, you'll get an email last minute, "Hey, I have something pop up, can't do that." Or reach out. Most of the time, we're going to rebook. But Marco and I were just talking about this last Friday.
Yeah.
Because how would you normally do that over email? Position that the best possible way if you can't reach.
Like if you leave them a voicemail.
So let's say we call them, voicemail.
Okay. And then I would text them. I would text them first over email. Do you have their cell numbers?
Typically, their assistant. We're going to talk with them directly over email.
Okay.
Only going to have their assistant.
So email, same thing. I would say, okay, so, and for what are you selling?
Sales
Okay. Okay, so hey, John, looks like you had booked on our calendar today, but when we showed up to Zoom, you were AWOL. I would just joke with them.
So we usually don't get AWOL, we'll get canceled right before.
Oh, they'll just send a cancellation thing.
Hey guys, something popped up, won't be able to make it today. Now we're trying to get them back.
Okay, that makes more sense. So if they do that, just say, yeah, that's not a problem. I would say, okay, yeah, that's not a problem. I'm busy the rest of the day, and tomorrow I'm already booked. So you immediately go back to their status, okay? So you also, it's like, hey, this is my time too. Like I'm about, you don't say, well, when can we get together? Or like, you know, how about next week or whatever. You just say, okay, yeah, not a problem. I'm not gonna be able to meet with you the rest of the day or tomorrow because I'm already booked solid. The soonest I would be available for you would be, what did I just do? The soonest I'd be available for you.
Let them know that you're also like busy as well when they need to be available for you.
Yeah,
Just
because
like-
I'm doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, so the soonest okay, so yeah, and not a problem. Just say like that. You don't say, I understand, things happen. Like, just get all of that fluff out of there. Okay, everybody says that. You don't want to sound like everybody. So just say, yeah, not a problem. I'm completely booked the rest of the day, booked all the day tomorrow as well, so I won't be available. The soonest I'd be available for you would be probably Thursday afternoon or Friday morning. Would one of those be appropriate? Boom. Keep them brief. You guys start doing 3 paragraphs and all that stuff, they don't even read them. Do you read 3 paragraphs? Do you know how many emails I get every day from people like, notice that you're in Missouri and we do janitorial services. We'd love to come by and give you a bid for your office. And I'm like, well, I'm in Arizona and I don't have an office in Missouri. And, you know, so I don't even read it, but it's like 6 paragraphs long. We help this company and we're AAA rated with the Better Business Bureau and we've been in business for 12 years and, you know, we clean Bill Gates carpets or, you know, whatever, you know, just dumb stuff, okay? All right.
Which is also true. Think about it, because even more than a favor, what you're selling is a privilege to be able to come and learn these skills.
Yeah, so especially with Sales Sniper 2, you want them to, you don't want to go from like here down to here underneath their status where you're now chasing them. You want to make sure that they feel like you're at least the same status, if not higher even there. Because when you say the soonest I'd be available for you guys would be, let's say, probably Thursday afternoon or probably early Friday morning. I'd have to move around maybe my schedule a little bit. Is one of those appropriate for you guys? Or is, you know, would that be appropriate? Something like that.
We sent back something similar, but there was the filler. It was like, hey, if you're anything like the rest of us at the executive team, schedule fills up quickly. We actually have a retreat next week. The earliest we can do was Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
But there was some filling there. So.
Yeah, so just take a little bit of the filler out. It's the same thing, you know, like with email. Let's say somebody, you know, you have a follow-up with them. They didn't buy. It was a think it over. You couldn't help them overcome it. And then you're like, you know, you have this like, you know, they don't call, they don't text, they don't email. So you emailed them this long email.
Yeah.
No. You know what I would do? Try to, just left a message on your phone, ... How do you want to proceed from here?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people respond to that. Pretty much everybody. But when you do like a fluff 3 paragraph, most of the people don't even respond to that, right? They just ghost you. So hey, just tried to call you for our appointment, left a message, and then I go down. How do you want to proceed from here? That's it.
Jeremy, I have a question.
Yes.
So I noticed during the role play, like.
Now hold on. Let me go back. If they say, well, I'm still talking with my wife, I need to do this, now then I can at least know they have a concern and I can address that concern. It doesn't mean that I just give up. Yeah. But at least I know what's going on when I say, how do you want to proceed from here? Because if I just do this long thing like, you said that you wanted to do this and blah, 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 most people don't answer that. But if I just say, how do you want to proceed from here? Because they're not getting back to me, they'll at least answer you with the truth, and then I know what the truth is and I know how to respond to that truth. Well, typically on the first, so let me do this. So that's typically on the 3rd email. Let me clarify that. So the first email I call, hey John, just left a message. I think we're on for 2. I'm available here for a little bit. You'll have to call me back at this number. blah, 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 boom. They don't respond, they don't call back. The next day, hey, and I call again, left a message. The next email, hey, John, just left you a second message. Didn't hear back from you yesterday. I'm available here for a little bit today if you'd like to reach me. If I don't hear back, the third day, hey, John, left you 2 messages but did not hear back. How do you want to proceed from here?
Good.
Question mark.
That's good.
So let me clarify that. That's on the third email.
We use it in DMs too.
And when you do that third email, how do you want to proceed from here? You'll have 80, 90% that respond to that. And it could be like, oh, I'm so sorry, my brother just had their baby, or, you know, I got in a terrible car accident and I was unconscious for 3 weeks. You'd be surprised, like, seriously.
Would you ever say that's like the final time for you that you're going to reach out to them?
Yeah, I mean, typically, usually if I'm going to do a 4th email, hey, try to reach you a few times, but never heard back from you, so this will be my last attempt to reach you. If you'd like to reach me, here's my number one last time.